The effects of heavy metal and hard rock music on its fans. Be honest, have you ever judged someone based off of the type of music that they listen to? You might have guessed that pop music listeners are extremely preppy, country music listeners are extremely conservative, or that heavy metal fans are straight up feral. And while some of these stereotypes could be true for some listeners, the truth is that the type of music we listen to can affect us way more than we may know. As a music buff myself, explored many eras of music since I could remember. For years, I've listened to a variety of artists ranging from George Strait to Kurt Cobain, and one genre that seems to be of dominance has been rock. In the past, controversies have been raised about the consequences of listening to heavy metal, which has led me to investigate how music affects us in every area of our lives, especially when it comes to certain genres. So today I'm going to explore how and at what points heavy metal and hard rock music affects its fans mentally, emotionally, and even physically. So let's start with the cognitive or mental effects. First of all, when fans listen to this extreme genre, it can actually influence cognitive functions by corresponding with mental illnesses, yet improving memory and focus. Typically, it is true that fans of heavy metal do tend to struggle more with mental illnesses such as anxiety and depression. A study done by Shafron and his associates found that analysis of variants indicated significantly higher levels of anxiety and depression among listeners of heavy metal and hard rock music as compared with non listeners. So, this unsurprisingly confirms our suspicions raised against the mental wellness of heavy metal fans. However, when it comes to cause and effect relationship with mental illnesses, I think it's important to note the chicken and egg phenomenon. The question of does heavy metal cause anxiety and depression, or do anxious and depressed people tend to listen to heavy metal? This question continues to be unanswered officially. Now, despite the negative relationship heavy metal seems to have with its fans on their mental wellness, it can actually has been found to improve functions such as memory and focus. It's a well known fact that when you listen to music that you like, it can make tasks seem a little bit easier. And this is just the same for metalheads. In fact, Tom Whitey and Nick Perham found in a study done in an academic article that when participants listened to music that they liked, it increased cognitive power and memory. Also, a survey done by Stock Overflow asked 90,000 participants which genre of music helped them focus the most, where 2,000 responded metal. So, this goes to show that despite prior belief that heavy metal can be distracting, it actually helps a lot of fans focus. Not only are fans affected cognitively but also emotionally. Heavy metal can transform the way fans feel by boosting their mood and actually helping them cope with feelings of loneliness. A study done by Leah Sharman and her associates found that after being provoked to anger, participants who were fans of heavy metal actually ended up feeling better after listening to this genre. So this goes to show that metal music can actually help fans wane off feeling negative feelings like anger rather than provoke them. Also, metal music can help fans gain confidence and cope with loneliness. This can probably be due to the lyrics that fans can relate to in negative times. Nick Parham, who's a lecturer in psychology and a metal fan himself, shows this in his article published to The Conversation, which is an academic magazine, where he says, "For me, as a quiet, introverted teenager, my love of heavy metal was probably a way to feel a little bit different to most people in my school who liked popular music and to gain some internal confidence." Because Nick Parham has some professional and personal interest in this topic, I think it's safe to say that this is how a lot of metal fans feel. Lastly, heavy metal can affect fans physically. Due to the fast and loud characteristics, it can lead to an increase in heart rate and blood pressure, which are both related to causing heart attack, stroke, and even heart disease. Now, despite these risks that metal can cause in the fans, metal music is still music. And the American Psychological Association says that music can improve the immune system through the production of virus fighting cells, which is a pro, but still the combination of thunderous instruments and extreme sounds can are related to sleep restlessness, which can lead to sleep deprivation. So ultimately there are a lot of pros and cons when it comes to the physical aspects of listening to heavy metal and hard rock. So whether you're a metalhead yourself or you know someone who is, the truth is that it can affect that has a lot of effects on fans, emotionally, physically, and even cognitively. So next time you want to judge someone based off the genre that they like, I encourage you to remember that music does not define us, but it can change us. In fact, Bono, who is a legendary musician, once said that music can change the world because it can change people. Thank you.